to the next slide, Vinesh. Okay. So when we talk about the gut is like, I like to call it like our second brain, our second stomach. Yeah. And when I'm trying to describe it, I don't like describing it in scientific terms because it's quite complex and very broad. The gut is like how you see when you have, let's say you look at your hand and you cut it. You know, when you cut your hand, it starts bleeding. And what happens is you get first aid and they'll get a plaster. Of course, they first wash it, apply a plaster to stop the bleeding. So the same thing happens with the gut. The main importance of the gut is to separate nutrients from the toxins. But when the gut becomes leaky because of the different things that I mentioned before, the lifestyle, smoking, eating poor foods, eating foods that lack nutrients and vitamins, then eventually your gut becomes leaky. It gets torn. It starts having holes. So instead of taking in only the nutrients, it takes in everything, the toxins, the undigested particles, and the body becomes overwhelmed. So eventually your body becomes toxic and it takes you into a state called inflammation. So your gut holds 70% of your immune system. So once you work on your gut, you worked on everything else. And I'm talking about your brain, I'm talking about your bone system, your system. Once you deal with the gut, you fixed everything. Next slide. So then, and the first step when you're trying to deal with your gut issues is you need to look at the type of your eating. You know, nutrition is all about food. Health is all about food. It's the biggest one. I mean, we can get problems from the biggest one is food. And if you are eating, then you've started on your journey to a healthier life. So, and then when we talk about healthy eating, we are but if you don't take that, if you can, that's good. When you start on your healthy eating journey, then you're fixing your bowel movement, which is a very, very important thing that you need to do. You need to have your bowels normal. You need to go to the toilet at least twice a day, or if you can't, at least once a day, because your body needs to detoxify. I mean, imagine you're eating every single day and you're not releasing anything. I mean, can you imagine how detrimental that would be? Then if you're talking about healthy eating, you're talking about fixing your metabolism, your body does, from digestion, making sure that the food is broken down into smaller particles so that it can go to where it's needed. Then, of course, it also encourages the growth of healthy gut microbiota. If I talk about the gut, I'm talking about healthy bacteria. I know most of us know bacteria as something bad, but our body system is made up of bacteria mostly. Can you imagine that? So if we feed the good bacteria, we are making sure that our gut is functioning optimally. And when your gut is functioning optimally, everything else is doing well. Next slide, Vinesh. Okay. So like we've said, your gut holds 70% of your immune system. So without a properly functioning immune system, a virus can replicate more rapidly. I mean, let's take an instance. I mean, let's say myself, and then I'm living with a partner in the same room, and then I have flu, he doesn't have flu. There's always a reason why. It's because his immune system is functioning optimally and mine is not functioning optimally. So your immune system does everything in your body. When a virus comes and attacks it, I mean, for you, you will walk away normally, but when it finds a weak immune system, then definitely the virus has to replicate fast, and then you become weak and weaker. So next slide, when we talk about fixing the immune system, we cannot forget to introduce what people speaking to athletes. People tell me, I'm eating my fruits and vegetables. I'm eating my good food. I don't boil. I don't fry. But with the fast-paced lifestyle we have today, so many things have been introduced. Our soils are being depleted. We are spraying our crops with all kinds of antibiotics, thinking that we are killing the bad bacteria, but instead we are feeding, because exactly what is being sprayed on the crops is what we are ingesting. So introducing supplements, especially supplements from New Zealand, which we shall talk about more, you are introducing a full range of nutrients. And imagine you cannot have a balanced diet every single day. You can't have your fruits, your vegetables, your carbohydrates, all spectrum all one day. So supplements were introduced because they are a bit condensed into powder, into liquid, in the right forms, your recommended daily intake that you need every single day in just a capsule. Yeah. So supplements are very important and we need them. Next slide, Vinesh. Yeah. And when we talk about supplements, that's when I come and introduce to you what we call colostrum, which I discovered 4 years ago. So colostrum is one of the most important supplements that we need today. I mean, colostrum is not something new. I didn't know about it when I discovered it. So colostrum is just your first milk. The milk produces when it has just given. If you were, when you were born, you were lucky to receive some of the colostrum from your mom, you were able to receive passive immunity from your mother to yourself. I mean, imagine a situation if babies didn't get colostrum, what would happen to them? The diseases, everything would just attack them. And you know, babies are very fragile. So colostrum is your first food. Everybody needs it. Yeah. Next slide, Vinesh. So when I discovered colostrum, I went into research and because I didn't know about it. So when I discovered, oh, I took colostrum when I was young. But then again, I was like, okay, why do I need it? Because of the things that we face every single day. So colostrum works well for both babies and adults. So like I said, it's the first milk, it's a biological active substance, a pre-mixed fluid. Before it turns into breast milk or the milk that we feed on, as in from the cows, it is pre-milk. It's a bit yellowish. If you've seen it before, it's yellowish. It's not as whitish as milk. And it's designed by nature. It's nature's first food. I mean, animals produce, humans produce colostrum. And its function is to protect the newborn by the passive transfer of the mother's immunity. It's even said that if calves don't feed on colostrum, they will eventually die, and that's the same. So it contains complex biochemical signals needed by the newborn for its gut, immune, brain, and nervous system to start functioning. So without colostrum, I don't think we would be able to have all these functions and systems in our bodies going on. So these biochemical signals are also benefits to our body systems throughout our lives. So we shall see why we need colostrum every single day. Next slide, Vinesh. So yeah, so who should take colostrum? Everyone. Everyone should take colostrum. A baby, middle-aged, and the old ones. And the reasons why we need colostrum is because of its vast range of benefits. Colostrum has a lot of benefits. We cannot even exhaust. Actually, they're still even doing research as I speak now about what colostrum can do. And it can be put in everything, in beauty products, in immune boosters. And so one of the functions is improve and strengthen your immune system. We've been talking about your immune system being working at optimum level, and colostrum does that job very well. So it has antimicrobial immunoglobulins. So immunoglobulins is antibodies. These guys that are always there to attack that virus when it attacks your body. So, and another function is support your body's natural repair process. Our bodies are meant to repair after every single number of days or months. So if your body cannot be able to repair, then that's when you start facing degenerative diseases like arthritis, high blood pressure, and all that kinds. Then it also improves skin texture, lines, and appearance of aging. One of the most common benefits and the most visible results that you get when you start taking colostrum is your skin looks so good. It looks so good, like you look young. It's always glowing. Everyone is always asking, what are you using? So it's colostrum that does that very well. Then it also increases energy and mental alertness. Remember, we talked about colostrum working on the gut, and the gut is very essential also for the brain because that's where most of the cells are produced. So it gives you energy, your brain is always working, you're always focused, your brain is not foggy. Then lastly, it also supports healthy aging from children to grandparents. I like to use the example of our chairman. Our chairman is in his 80s, but he doesn't look 80 at all. He looks good. I've had the chance of seeing him face to face, and I was like, oh my God. So yeah, so we need to start our days with the power of colostrum, and our colostrum comes in different forms. We have immune boosters, which is what I'm going to talk about right now. Next slide, Vinesh. And one of the first products that produced when this company had started, I didn't talk about the history, but this company started in 1984 by a gentleman called Graham Clegg. And he did this because he lost his parents and brother to cancer. And he didn't want to be part of the statistic. So he went into research with a group of scientists, and they discovered colostrum. And one of the first products that they manufactured is Alpha Lipid Lifeline. Now, like you hear the word, this is Lifeline. It's your lifeline. You need it every single day. And it's a powdered product. You mix it in water. It's a pre-breakfast shake. You can take it alone. You can mix it in your smoothie. For the kids, you can put it in the porridge. And yeah, so it's versatile, and you can take it at any time, but it's best taken in the morning on an empty stomach when your digestive juices haven't been activated. So its function is support healthy aging, because we are talking about colostrum itself. There's nothing added into it. And then we talk about assisting immunity for everyday wellness. We talk about helping mood balance. We're talking about maintaining healthy teeth and bones. That is something I've discovered whenever I'm taking my colostrum, which I take every single day. I used to have a problem of my teeth. I would always visit the dentist almost every month, but that is something I've long forgotten now. Then supporting healthy tissues and muscles. We're talking about physical activity here, especially for the people who are very active, those who go to the gym, those who are athletic. Colostrum is very good for making sure that your muscles are not worn out and you're not tired. Then lastly, we talk about supporting your body's healing and repair. Next slide. So yeah, then we talk about Imifort. Now, this is one of my favorite products. I love Imifort. When I was born with what we call sinuses. I would get flu almost, for me, it was normal to get flu. It was like, you know, it's normal for Ethel to have flu every month. And when I get flu, my nose gets blocked. Like I can't breathe from the nose, I have to breathe from the mouth. And I had tried almost everything. So I would steam and you know, I was just getting by. But then I discovered Imifort. So when I started taking Imifort, I took it for a while. I discovered that my nose wasn't getting blocked when I had flu, and I would feel so good. I would feel so good. And I must say, I mean, I don't know the last time I had flu, honestly, because of Imifort. So Imifort is a very strong immune booster because it is rich in what we call immunoglobulins, what I mentioned earlier, which is 40% of them. So these are your antibodies. These are your first line antibodies, like they're your bodyguards. They're there to attack. So even when you don't have them in full and then you are invaded by a virus, when you introduce Imifort, then the immunoglobulins will spread around and then it will start neutralizing that virus that has attacked you. So it's very good at increasing your body's immunity and protects against harmful bacteria and infection. So if you have someone who has a very weak immune system, I'd recommend you give them Imifort. Then it works with the immune system to promote support, balance, and well-being. I mean, we're talking about colostrum here, but only that in Imifort, they've increased the number of immunoglobulins. So this product works well for the respiratory system. You know, when you talk about the nose, the ears, the throat, Imifort is very good for that. Then it also boosts cell growth and repair throughout the body to strengthen your overall health. So talk about going into crowds, traveling long distances, you need this Imifort, and it's handy. You can move with it in the bag, get out your chewables and pop them in the mouth. But I normally recommend that you chew them when you're going to sleep, because that's when the virus is like to play around. And then, I mean, have you noticed you go to sleep and wake up when you have a flu yet you didn't have it? Yeah, so Imifort is a good product to take on. Next slide. Great. So we talked about Alpha Lipid Lifeline, and Lifeline comes in powder. But then yet again, you'll find people saying, I don't have the time to wake up in the morning, mix the shake, then do all that kind of stuff. So we have capsules for you. So you don't have an excuse of not taking your colostrum. So this is colostrum in a capsule form, packed in 500 milligrams per capsule, and it does the same job like Lifeline does. does the same job that colostrum does. And these are also, they come in handy for those ones who have children. Now for the children, all you have to do is just open up the capsule and pour the powder in their milk, in their juice, in their food, whatever they eat, and it doesn't taste bad. It has a very good taste, so they won't be repelled by the taste. So supporting your immune system, your body's natural repair process, and of course also modulating your immunity response when it comes to talking about antibodies. Yes, so that's our capsules for you. So now let's talk about aging. Now, aging is something that people are scared of, especially for us, the women. We fear aging. You know, we want to stay young. For the men, I've interacted with some men and they're like, for us, we're not okay with aging. But you know what? It's good to age, to grow in your years in 65, but live optimally with vibrance. You know, you notice what some of our grandparents and all those elderly people, they're always walking with sticks and, you know, they're holding their back. You don't want to grow old and be like that. You want to grow old, but live with energy. So that's when we talk about what we call adult stem cells. Now, we've only known about two types of cells. That is your red blood cells and white blood cells. Red blood cells for blood and white blood cells for, you know, immunity, for, you know, defense. But then there's another category called stem cells. Now, stem cells, I like to explain them in a very simple way. Let's say you take a piece of paper. You know, a piece of paper, most people think a piece of paper is for writing, you know, writing your notes, writing a letter and all that. But there's so many things you can use with a piece of paper. You can decide to fold a kite and it becomes a toy for a young child. For us here in Uganda, locals, and, you know, for lack of toilet paper, some people can use paper as tissue. So paper has no specific purpose. And that's exactly what adult stem cells do. They don't have a specific purpose. But they're there on set. When they notice that there's a lack in your brain, they'll move faster to your brain and become brain cells. They'll move faster to your heart and become heart cells. But they need to be stimulated. So what happens is this activity is normal when we are born, as we are growing up, but it declines. This activity declines as we are growing older, and of course with whatever we do in our lives, what the kinds of foods we eat, lack of exercise, because you need to stimulate the body, you know, to be able to function the way it is. So we need something to stimulate them, and that's why we introduce what we call colostrum. My goodness, we love colostrum here in Uganda. I don't know about you South Africans. Vinesh, you can move to the next slide. Colostrum is also another good product that I love. Now, colostrum is just your stem cell product. That's how we call it here. So the reason why it's called colostem is because colo is for colostrum, then stem cell is the group, the diverse herbs that we have in colostrum. Talk about your seaweed extract, talk about your turmeric, which is a very good antioxidant. So the blend of that plus colostrum, which is a very good, which is colostrum, which is also very good for stem cell activity, combined all together, it gives you the best results. I mean, I have tried several stem cell products, but the best we have on the market so far is colostrum. So what it does is that it repairs, repairing wear and tear of joints, tissues. Talk about anything, a damaged organ. I mean, your joints are aching, your back is aching, your hair is falling off, and all those kinds of things. Colostrum will fix it. I mean, I don't know if you can see my hair. My hair is quite long. I didn't have long hair like this, but it's because of colostrum. So if you have a bald head, I mean, we have several testimonies here of men who had bald heads and their hair has gone back because of colostrum. So it also has a better absorption and bioavailability. So, you know, as we are eating every single day, we need to also have better absorption. You know, food has to be able to be absorbed so that nutrients may be extracted out to go to the necessary organs, and then also be able to release the toxins out of your body. Okay. So we need absorption, and it's a very big problem, malabsorption, whereby you cannot be able to absorb the food that you're eating. So colostrum is very good for fixing that. And talk about healthy adult stem cell function. Like I said, we need this happening every single day in our bodies. So you need colostrum to sustain that. And talk about regulated, balanced immune response, very good immune booster. maintaining a healthy gastrointestinal system. Here we're talking about your digestion, your bowel movements, and all that. Then reducing oxidative damage to cells, optimizing the functions of the body. I mean, the body is entirely monitored by your cells. So if you have weaker cells, then I would definitely there. Then, of course, also reinforcing and instructing the body's defenses against diseases and infections. So that's colostrum for you. Next slide, please. Okay. Then we have new cell wax. Now, new cell wax was as one of the products that we received here, I think, pre-COVID. And my goodness, for me, this was a game changer for me. So cell wax is colostrum, but in liquid form, but rich in polypeptides. Yeah. So if you notice, all our products have something rich in them. When you talk about Lifeline, it's rich in your good bacteria, which is your probiotics. When we come to Immufort, it is very potent in your immunoglobulins. When you talk about Colostrum, it's rich in the stem cell nutrients, that is the herbs and all that. Then when we talk about new cell wax, it's rich in polypeptides. Now, new cell wax is very good. I mean, it's very easy. It also comes in handy. It just works the same way like Immufort, but only that you spray it under the tongue, and it almost works as fast, like instantly. I have used it twice so far, and I've noticed whenever I feel like an itchiness, my nose is itching a little bit, and I feel like a fluid is coming out, just spray my cell wax under the tongue, and I'm good to go, and I'm okay. I forget about flu and all that. It's also very good at stimulating your brain cells. If you feel like you're not concentrating, you're a bit exhausted, you can't think straight, cell wax is very good for boosting your brain. So talking about supporting appropriate immune response to airborne and respiratory infection, very good for that. Airborne and respiratory. It was one of our best-selling products during COVID here. Actually, people who are on oxygen would get off oxygen in 2 days after cell wax has been given to them. Then guarding against winter ills and chills. If you're always under the weather, cell wax is very good for you. Moving in crowds, public transport, cell wax is very good for you. You need it handy. If you have any kinds of allergies, cell wax is the product for you. And of course, optimizing immune function and performance. Next slide. I hope I'm audible and I'm okay. If you can't hear me, you can put in the chat box. Then let's talk about Vironox. Now, Vironox is a product we don't have here yet in Uganda, but I'm sure we're going to get it soon. But it's a product that's available in South Africa. And I think you South Africans can attest to Vironox. So Vironox was introduced during COVID. Our company, the good thing about it, we never stop. We don't rest. We are always on research. We're always coming out with a product. We are not resting. So this is the best place to get supplements. So Vironox is just like Immufort, but more potent because it has 3 types of antibodies. It has IgG, IgA, and IgM. Scientific terms, but all working harmoniously and synergistically to promote your immune system and to make sure it's working at optimum levels. So it was tested that Vironox, people who took Vironox during COVID time and neutralized the virus. How good is that? So I can't wait to taste this product. I really can't wait. So very good at support, providing your immune system, making sure it is in check, keeping you healthy and well. Like I said, it has 3 types of antibodies that they are potent in, working synergistically well to promote and maintain immunity at the gut, oral, and respiratory barriers. Now, I talked about the gut. The gut is an ecosystem with bacteria. So, but everything that we have in the body is contained of bacteria. We have bacteria in your mouth, on your skin, in your gut, in your respiratory. So, colostrum and all its antibodies and what we call transfer factors are very good for making sure that everything is moving in balance and working. Then talk about defense. This is a very good immune booster, defending you at all times. So you're sure that when you move in the crowds, you're not going to get infected. When you're going to hospitals where viruses, you notice in hospitals they're always wearing masks, but you can literally move without a mask if you have your Vironox. Your immune system is good. So I talked about lactoferrin and transferrin. These are transfer factors found in colostrum that support natural responses to challenges against your immune system and provide additional defense. So that's Firenox for you. Next slide. Okay, so now the category that I was talking about falls under immune boosters. Now here we go to what we call daily nutritionals. Now these are your day-to-day things. Like I talked about, we are faced with stress. So much is going on. There's noise everywhere, noise pollution. There's environmental toxins, smoke here, smoke from the cars. So you need some of these products to make sure that they keep you in check. Like your immune system is always ready to, to counteract whatever you're being faced with. So aloe vera drinking gel is just aloe vera gel and manuka honey. Manuka honey is very common in New Zealand. We don't have it here in Uganda. I don't know if some people are exporting it, but it's a very, very good type of honey that is antibacterial and also has healing properties and anti-inflammatory properties. So yes, so it's very good at supporting your tissues, natural repair and regeneration. It also supports the maintenance of a healthy gut microbiome, also helps with bowel movement. So if you're not going to the toilet, like I mentioned, at least twice a day, at least once a day, then you need aloe vera drinking gel. Talking about your digestion, if you have a problem with absorption, you're not digesting food properly, you need aloe vera drinking gel. One of the biggest things that I experience with aloe vera gel is if you have a stomach upset, put in your aloe vera gel, you're good to go. Your stomach upset will be gone. Yeah, next slide. Yes, so we talk about Pycnogenol. Pycnogenol is also one of our other products that we have here. I don't know if in South Africa they have Pycnogenol, but we have it here. It's one of our clients love Pycnogenol. Here we actually call it Synogen. Pycnogenol is a bit kind of technical for them, but here we call it Synogen. It's a herbal plus. Pycnogenol alone it has been around for years and it's good. So here it's combined with other herbal extracts, making sure that they're supporting your heart health. So talk about issues like hypertension, talk about stroke, talk about high blood pressure. Pycnogenol is very good at making sure that you have a smooth blood flow and making sure that you don't succumb to stroke. I see Shamima saying we requested for Pycnogenol. Don't worry, you'll get it. Then it's also very, very good at guarding you against inflammation. So when we talk about inflammation, inflammation is very good for the body, but the problem comes when it goes into overdrive. So inflammation is whereby your immune system starts attacking itself. So instead of helping you, it's instead rebelling against you. Yeah. So inflammation is good, but only in moderation. When it goes into overdrive, that's when you start experiencing problem with intense pain. One of the most signs and symptoms of inflammation is intense pain. When we talk about diabetes, when they have inflammation, they'll have burning feet. They'll always feel lack of energy. So inflammation is one of actually the biggest causes of diseases now. Yeah. So you need to take a look at that, and you need products like Pycnogenol. Then talk about lowering blood glucose, talking about people with diabetes type 2 who are always having a high glucose level. Pycnogenol is very good for them. Improving women's health, we are talking about menstrual discomfort, talking about women who are in the menopausal situations. If you have mood swings, hot flashes, Pycnogenol is the product for you. I have used it personally and it has worked for me. So talking about also skin health, Pycnogenol is very good at restoring collagen, making your skin is tight and no wrinkles and all that. Then it's also very good at keep making sure that vitamin C is potent in your body. So you're talking about a very good immune booster there. Then enhancing blood flow and recovery in sports. Then also making sure that you have a safe and good travel. Travel is quite hectic, so you need products like this to make sure that you're in check. And we talk about King C. Now, for us in Uganda, we don't have King C. That's where Pycnogenol comes in, because it's also rich in vitamin C. So for South Africans, they have King C, which is a very good product. King C, vitamin C was one of the most consumed supplements during COVID time. because it has a lot of benefits. Talking about collagen production, keeping your skin. So remember I talked about collagen production in pycnogenol because it has vitamin C. Talk about keeping your tendons, your cartilage, your blood vessels strong, ensuring that you have smooth blood flow. Then talk about supporting normal skin healing. You know, there's having a very prone skin, like whenever you're attacked by, you know, anything and your skin is prone, you need King C because vitamin C is very good at making sure that your skin heals faster. Then talking about supporting healthy immunity to protect against ills and chills. Remember, COVID is a virus, it attacked the respiratory system. So vitamin C was very good. Actually, for people who are really bad and on oxygen, they would inject them with high doses of vitamin C. So you don't wait for that to happen to you. Get King C right now. So the bit about supplements is we don't need supplements just when we are sick. You need supplements every day, even when you feel you're okay. Okay, because their job is meant to make sure that your immune system is in check, so that when something attacks you, you're able to counteract it. Then it's also buffered with natural dolomite to make it gentle on the stomach, because you know when people think about vitamin C, they think it's harsh, but they make it gentle on the stomach and maintain balanced calcium. And we need vitamin C to make sure that your calcium is balanced and your magnesium levels are absorbable. Yes, next slide. Okay, then we talk about omega Q10. This is also one of the products that we love here in Uganda. I'm sure you also love it in South Africa and Nigeria. I'm very sure of that. So omega is just omega-3 with coenzyme Q10. These two elements work together, one making the other absorbable. So omega-3 is known for supporting cardiovascular health, talk about joint health, talk about brain health, talk about inflammation. Oh my God, omega-3 fatty acids are a good component that you should have. In fact, when you're eating healthy foods, you need to have foods that are rich in omega-3 fatty acids. Talk about your avocado, talk about your nuts, your seeds, your fish. You need to have these kinds of foods. But if you can't have those kinds of foods, that's when we have our omega-3 here. So coenzyme Q10 is just essential for making sure that there's a smooth production of energy in your cells. Talk about your mitochondria, where the energy production is based. So you need CoQ10. So these two together make sure that you have a healthy brain. Talk about brain fog, pre-Alzheimer's people, they need these kinds of products. Talk about mental clarity, focus. You feel like you don't think straight, your brain is always tired, you just see a number and your brain goes haywire. You need omega Q10 every single day. Then it's also very good for antioxidant activity that protects and supports cellular health. You know, everything we're talking about protects about immunity, cellular health. So you need products like these to make sure that everything is going on well. Next slide. Okay, so we are done with our nutritionals. You see, I'm left with a few minutes, so I'll rush through them, but we're almost done. So when we talk about Shape Up, now we've started a weight management category, which I'm very passionate about because I'm a testimony to these products. I've had the chance of using all the products we have here, but my biggest strength is weight management products. So Shape Up, yes, I see Vinesh saying best product ever. I love it too, Vinesh. Shape Up is your meal replacement. Talk about you don't have a meal, you're hungry, Shape Up is there for you. It's very, very filling. So it's not just an ordinary meal, it's a very healthy feeling meal. Talk about all the proteins that you need, all the essential vitamins that you need, the minerals, all in there. So Shape Up is very good for weight management. Talking about if you want to lose weight, it helped me lose weight. And talking about maintaining a stable blood sugar level. So you're talking about people with diabetes, Shape Up is very good for them. Then talking about supporting preservation of muscle protein. So remember, whenever you're trying to have a healthy body, you need to make sure that you have lean muscle. That's muscle without fat. Yeah, you need to have, and Shape Up is very good for that because it's rich in proteins. Because what happens is fat is from consuming a high carbohydrate diet. Now I'm going into science here, but I want to make sure that every person gets it here. So carbohydrates are good. We need them because they need to provide us with energy. But the problem comes when you took too much of them, you know. So you don't need too much sugar. You don't need too, because what happens if you have too much sugar, the body will be like, okay, we don't know where to put the sugar. We can't process it. Let us just turn it into fat, you know. So the fat then comes to your underarms, your buttocks, your hips. And then the most part that we don't like is your belly. You know, we get belly fat because fat likes to being stored there. So having products like Shape Up, make sure that you have lean muscle mass. Yeah, muscle without fat. We need fat, but not too much fat. So then it helps in facilitating the breakdown of fat, which I mentioned earlier. When you switch to a high protein diet, what happens is, because the body is not receiving glucose from the high carbohydrate diet, it will turn to the body and instead use fat as fuel. So that's when the fat starts falling off. That's what Shape Up did for me, you know. Then it also supports a healthy metabolism. We have so many testimonies of people who had problems with metabolism, with absorption, and they've had Shape Up, and it has worked for them. Talking about fighting damaging oxidation, this is also to the cells. Shape Up is good. I can talk about Shape Up the whole day. Yeah. Okay, next slide. Ultra Diet. Now, Ultra Diet is also another product under the weight management category. It's also a protein shake. We either call it Alpha Lipid Ultra Diet or Alpha Lipid Slim Diet, SD2, like the word slim. So we're talking about slimming. This is the product for you. I like to talk about it as a product that makes sure that you keep you satisfied in between meals. You know, when you wake up in the morning, you have a cup of tea, you have your breakfast, then before lunch, you have a meat snack in there. Then you have your lunch. Before your supper, you have a meat snack in there. Now, what Ultra Diet does is make sure that you don't have those in-between meals, because those in-between, you know, the body, you people, you need to understand your body. Your body needs rest. You've given it food. It needs time to digest. So if you keep on filling it with food, then it will get tired. It won't be able to absorb it, and then it will turn it into fat. So what Ultra Diet does is make sure that it satisfies your appetite, to curb those cravings or hunger. I personally, I have taken this product, and for me, when I take it in the morning and then have my full meal breakfast, I will not feel hungry the entire day. In fact, I'll just have dinner because I just need to have dinner, but I'll not feel hungry at all. So it's very good at satisfying your appetite. Like I mentioned, easy to stick to. You don't need to count your calories. Calories are a bit hard to count. You know, they tell you need to eat more of this, then you need to weigh it. So when you have Ultra Diet, you don't need to worry about that. So it gives you great quality of protein in the right amounts for muscle mass. Remember, I talked about lean muscle mass. You don't need muscle with fat. Facilitates a quick and effective detox, which is very good when it comes to proteins. Then you have no guesswork. And then we'll talk about what they mean by no guesswork, because we have what we call ketone streams that make sure that they test to see that where you're in a state of burning fat, which is called ketosis. Yeah, so that is Ultra Diet for you. Everybody needs it. Next slide. Then we talk about FiberMax. I love FiberMax. Now, me, I had an issue of going to the toilet. You know, I've been talking about it. I've been talking about bowel movements all the time. That was my biggest problem, guys. I would take 3 days without going to the toilet. Now, imagine everything I'd eat every day. Where would it go? You know, no wonder I had a very bad skin. I was always sluggish. Like my brain was always foggy. Guys, bowel movements are so important, so you need FiberMax. And the good thing is that it comes from plant sources, yeah, which are very good sources of fiber. So it provides up to 40% of your daily fiber that you need. Okay, excuse me, my battery is running out, so I just need to connect it. Good. Okay. So we need fiber every single day, and FiberMax provides you with 40% to support your healthy gut and digestive comfort. We talked about gut health, and for your gut to function optimally, we need fiber as well. Fiber is very important. Just like you need colostrum, you need fiber. So it has two types of fiber, which is insoluble fiber and soluble fiber. And insoluble fiber cleans your intestines. Then soluble fiber makes you feel fuller. So when you're using Fiber Max, you also feel full. You won't be hungry all the time. So this combination makes sure that your toxins flow out quickly. That's what I talked about, bowel movements. So and the first experience you get when you've started using Fiber Max is if you're not next to the toilet quickly, you might end up passing out things in the crowd. So you need to be next to the toilet, especially if you've had that problem. So it's very like it cleanses you. You feel like everything has just gone out. There's this kind of energy you get when you've used Fiber Max. So it's also very good for making sure that you have a healthy weight, because it also makes sure that our fats are burned out and everything is moving like it should. Next slide. Next slide, please. So I think that marks the end of weight management category. So I think okay. So we still have Cabal. Now Cabal is actually a product of the month here, and Cabal is just a herbal capsule. So what it does, like you hear the word Cabal, it's carbohydrate balance. It makes sure that your carbohydrates are balanced in the body. You remember I mentioned that we need to take carbohydrates in moderation. So, but if you can't, because in Africa, we really can't avoid carbohydrates. It's like a staple food here. So Cabal is very good for making sure that you have healthy blood sugar levels, making sure that your carbohydrates are balanced, and when you have a lower carbohydrate intake, you feel lighter. I have used this product. It has worked well for me, and it also helps you support your body in ketosis, what I talked about, your body turning to fat to use it as fuel instead of glucose. So yeah, so that marks our weight management category. Then we finish off with what we call beauty products. Like I mentioned, we have beauty products as well. We cater for, but we also have beauty. And the good thing about beauty products is that beauty products are both for male and female. So we are not segregating here. So one of our products is BioRejuve. Now our BioRejuve was recently improved. It had colostrum before, but this time they doubled it. And they also introduced what we call IDP, which is immune defense properties. Now this soap, I use this soap every single day and I love it. So, with soap, these normal soaps that we have on the market, they also do their job, they cleanse. But what they do is just wash off on top. They don't deep cleanse. So what happens is when you don't deep cleanse, so everything that has been accumulating turns out and comes out as acne, as a skin rash. It's because your skin is not deep cleansed. I mean, that's the reason why some of us, the women, go to spas to have a facial, because we want that deep cleanse. But why do that when you have your BioRejuve, which is purely organic? There's nothing chemical in it. It is soap free, so it won't change your skin's pH. So this is the soap that you need to have. I've used it as a shaving foam. You won't get razor bumps, those irritations. Very good for any kinds of skin infections, also protecting you from skin infections if your skin is very sensitive. So this soap is for everyone. Yeah, so it doesn't just only detox and cleanse your face, but it also gives you the properties to protect your skin from those kinds of infections and any environmental toxicity. And it also has manuka honey, which I talked about, that is antibacterial. So it protects you from any kind of bacteria and also calming inflammatory skin conditions. Next slide. Then we move on to our serum. Our serum is also a very good product here, making sure that your skin looks smoother, visibly younger. I use this product, so if you're seeing my skin, I love my skin, so I can brag about it. It's because I've used this product for 2 years now, and serum is good. Serums are just basically to make sure that your skin is breathing, is hydrated, like it's not pale, it's not dry. So with our serum that has colostrum in it, and of course natural exotic oils, our products are really organic. There's nothing chemical in them. It's just exotic oils, and your colostrum. So making sure that it stimulates the production of new skin cells. You see the skin, why the skin goes saggy and starts, behaving in a weird way. It's because your skin cells are not reproducing. So what serum does is make sure to stimulate the production of new skin cells, hence slowing down skin aging and making sure your skin remains young and firmer and younger looking. Then we talk about bee venom, which is a moisturizing cream. Bee venom is good, guys. Women, you want to look young, stay young? Bee venom is the thing. I mean, it's used everywhere. Even the royals in the UK use bee venom, Ask yourself why those women look young yet they're old. It's because they use bee venom. So bee venom is very good at kickstarting your skin's production of collagen. Remember, I talked about collagen and elastic. Now, this makes sure that your skin is tight, like it looks younger, makes the wrinkles invisible, like it just diminishes them. And it does that almost in minutes. So it's packed with natural nutrient-rich oils, like I talked about, to plump and lift your skin. With bee venom energizes and refines skin texture. Your skin texture is, it's just good, Then colostrum, which also does the same thing. It has transfer factors and to make sure that your skin is regenerated and restored for a most useful complexion. So imagine if you have the skincare pack together with colostrum, So natural New Zealand goodness captured in a jar. So that's bee venom for you. Then lastly, we'll talk about our face mask. Now, our face mask, I like to tell people that this is something that it's like going to a spa, because this is what takes us to a spa, to have a deep cleanse, to get detoxified, and then they scratch the skin and remove all those kinds of things. Don't worry, don't hustle. Just get your face mask in the comfort of your home, wear it for 30 minutes, take it off, and you're good to go. So that's what the face mask does. And the good thing is our face mask has coenzyme Q10, which is also very good for the skin, making sure that your cells are being regenerated and your skin is looking good. So it saturates your skin, leaving it hydrated and refreshed. Formulated without parabens, sulfates, and phthalates. These are chemical terms, things that that change the skin pH. And the problem is, what we put on the skin also goes into the body. This is the reason why I use a skincare range, because the skincare products on the market are not good. They have fillers, they have chemicals, which in turn go into the body and affect our whole ecosystem, the gut system. And then this is the reason why women nowadays are having cancers and they don't know actually where they're coming from. So you need to look at your skincare products and make sure that they don't have paraben, sulfates, and all these other kinds of chemicals. And if they do have, the new Image skincare range is very good to embark on. So yeah. So this is, I think okay. So this marks the end of our presentation. I hope I am on time. Yes, 5 minutes to go. Thank you very much for listening to me. And I enjoyed doing this. I enjoy doing this all the time and talking about the products. And I hope each one of you has seen a product that they've fallen in love with and they'll be able to start on them. For the new guys, thank you so much for sparing time, especially on the weekend. Thank you, South Africa. Special thanks to Jane, who has given me the opportunity to be able to deploy my talents here, to share my passions here. Thank you to Mam Loshni, who gave me the platform to do this with you guys in South Africa and Nigeria. From me to you, God bless. And I'll invite Jen again to come through. And cheers, guys.
Wow. I guess everybody by this time has a favorite product. If not, every product is your favorite, right? That was awesome, Ethel. Well done. Now, with that, we have, I'm taking this opportunity to introduce for the next 2 days up to Tuesday, a promo. It goes hand in hand with what Ethel has been talking about. And for Team Uganda, you know that Kabal is our product of the month. So some guys were like, how do we get it? Now we have an opportunity to get it for free. Buy 2 lifelines, get one Kabal free. Isn't that exciting? I guess now we all know what Kabal is all about. So buy 2 lifelines, get one Kabal free. This goes to everybody, new and old. Over to you, Richard, to tell us about Nigeria.
Okay, I think I will take over for Richard. He's probably having some technical issues. So hello, everyone. Okay, so
hello, I'm here.
Oh, are you there? Okay, go on, Richard.
Yes. Hi. Good morning, everyone. Sorry, I muted myself. Thank you, Ethel, for that wonderful presentation. It's unfortunate that we haven't got all the products that you presented in Nigeria, but I'm sure in the near future, our members are looking forward, into trying this product. I think, combining this product with Colostrum will help, them a lot. The promotion for Nigeria from today to the 19th is if you buy 2 colostrum powder, which is Lifeline, you will get a colostrum capsule for free. So I think that's it for Nigeria, and I'll move it on to Neil from South Africa.
Perfect. Good morning, everybody. Wow, thanks very much. This was really brilliant, and I hope you're as excited about all our wonderful products and their benefits as I am. So the promotion that we're running for South Africa is, of course, going to be colostrum based. So we are saying from today until Monday the 18th, if you purchase 2 cans of Alpha Lipid Lifeline, you will receive a Alpha Lipid Lifeline colostrum tablets absolutely free. And guys, that is valued at 1,041 Rand. So take advantage of this wonderful opportunity. That is money in your pocket. I hope you really enjoy this special. Over to Liosni.
Okay, thank you, everyone. And well done, Ethel. Brilliant presentations. Welcome, Africa. Great to have everybody from all the different parts of Africa on the call. When I was in Uganda a month ago, and there was a presentation, and Ethel stood out and spoke, I said to Jane, why are you hiding Ethel in Uganda? She is brilliant. She's informative. She speaks from the heart. She's so passionate. I mean, you all saw it today. She just rolls out information on literally every product that we offer here. So well done, Ethel. Thank you so much for your passion. It's not just a job. I can see that you really are not only somebody that has expertise around nutrition and the product, but you actually are a product of the product. I was waiting for you to show your before and after pictures with your weight management, but I'm sure we can save it for another call when we do have that, because we're definitely going to have you on again. So thank you so much. Today I think was just a day of knowledge. This presentation was all about knowledge. It was all about you being informed. Anything that you take for your family, for yourself, health-wise, you need to be informed. You need to know what you are putting into your body. And I think today everybody knows this. And if you are new, you've learned something new. If you are an existing user of the product, it's reinforced what the new Image Colostrum products offer, the value, the magic in this product. And the best part is that we all can sit here safely, confidently, and say whatever we say the product does, it actually does that. And sometimes even more, it exceeds our expectations. So we really have treasure in our hands when it comes to the Colostrum range of products. Yes, not all of the products are available in all of the markets. I know South Africa has some products that Nigeria wishes they had. Uganda has some products that South Africa wishes they had. We will get there. We will start, rolling out more products in the different markets as time goes. But I think what we have right now, currently, let's go out there, let's spread the information, let's share the products, let's share these stories, because really, we've got something that can really change, how we look at health and how we look at progressing through health. So I want to just give away some free products today. I think as I was listening and watching Ethel, I love the way she explained it, and I'm sure the way she does it is, she doesn't do it in those extreme medical terms. She did it in such a way that we are able, we that are not medical experts are able to sit here and take that information now and be able to share it with people when we want to present to them, when we want to, just maybe refer them or recommend a product, or just, when you want to go out there now and present your product so that you can grow your business. There's just so much that we could have taken from today's presentation. So I hope that, everybody that's sitting here, yes, Ethel has got so many qualifications behind her, but I'm sure what she's done today with practice, every one of us can do that, can go out there and present these products the way she has and be able to grow your new image business through that. All right, so I want to end off by giving away a few products. I mean, we spoke so much about it, so why not give away a few products? So everybody have your hands ready on your keyboards, because I'm going to be asking 3 questions. Somebody asked, can you share the recording? Yes, the recording is, the presentation has been recorded. So most definitely